So yes, thank you for bringing it up. I forgot about this question. It's a very important question. Why MBA? And I'll tell you how I went about preparing this question. So the idea behind this question is no one is sure personally. Like I feel, I heard from my colleagues also, no one is sure why they want to do MBA. But that is not something you should say in an interview. Your question should align with your goals and with what you did in the past. So what you did in the past, what you want to do in your future, and based on that, in between is why you want to do your MBA. So I'll tell you what I prepared for this answer, and based on that, if there are any clarifying questions I can answer. So I started with, I want to do MBA. I linked it with the graduation project I did. So I did a graduation project in IIT Bombay. It was a research project. It was related to ML and implementing ML in the fashion industry. So what I said was that while doing that project, I realized the loopholes which are there in the fashion industry, and to fulfill that loopholes or fill that loopholes, I need to be at a position in fashion industry where I can implement my ideas, where I have the power to do that, and MBA will personally give me that power to implement those ideas. So in these lines, I prepared my answer for why MBA. If you have a work-ex, you need to prepare your answer based on that. You cannot simply say that I want to change my field, which most of the people want to do if they want to pursue an MBA. So you need to prepare your answer with a basic structure, what you did in the past, what you want to do in the future, and why do you want to do MBA. With this, the another thing that I forgot to tell you, another important question, what are your aspirations after 5 years and after 10 years? So this is another question you should prepare for. Dikshant, I hope I answered your question, but if you have any more clarifying questions, I can take that.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for addressing that. So one thing which I would like to ask you is, MBA provides the framework to business and their operations, right? So how can we add this point to our answer, or anything we can try to include this in our answer?
So if you can build up few of my colleagues, what they did for this answer, they came up with a business model, and they were like, we want to establish this business, and MBA will basically, help us gain more insights in how to go about it, and also help us bring some investors. It is a very frank answer and very convincing answer. You can do it this way. The second way I think we can answer this in bringing the business part of MBA is, if you want to you can link it with what you want to do after 5 to 10 years. So probably, if you're interested in finance and you want to become a CFO, so how MBA will, how knowledge of business and how knowledge of finance will help you reach that position in your life. So these are the two ways you can answer this question.
Why MBA question? Okay. So the thing is, I was working in analytics consulting, right? So the thing that you need to ask yourself is like, okay, why do I need to do an MBA? And the answer to that is, for me, it was because I wanted to go into higher consulting positions, and those consulting positions required an MBA. So that is something that you need to ask yourself as well. Let's just say if someone is from a tech background and wants to go into product manager, that is a why MBA question. That is your answer there. Right? You need to figure out all the points like, okay, this is my career trajectory, and these are the places that I want to go. These are the firms that I want to go. These are the roles that I'm targeting, and how MBA can help me achieve those roles faster, and how MBA can enhance my experience so that I am better suited for those. So this is the question that ask yourself, because all of us would have different aspirations here. All of us want to go into different places, different roles, different companies. And for that, each and specific role, research it on a bit, how MBA can add value to your experience. So this is the main strategy, or the main focus on how you could answer your why MBA question very well.
My name is Ayush, and I graduated in 2020 from IIT Mesra. I belong from this city named Jamshedpur, and ever since I graduated from IIT Mesra, I worked with companies such as Unacademy, urban company and Libel as a product manager. So I worked around like 3 to 4 years in the product and the strategy domain. And to be very honest, I didn't have plans to pursue an MBA. And a lot of my friends who were there with me in my UG college, they wanted to pursue MBA because their seniors were pursuing MBA. So that's kind of vicious cycle that we got inside without having any clue that why do we even want to do an MBA. But right after working with companies such as Urban Company and Unacademy, while trying to understand complex problems, trying to define strategies, I understood that the kind of leaders that I worked with, I was very fortunate that I got to work with leaders such as people from IIMs, very esteemed college from India and outside as well. So the kind of clarity and the structured problem solving that they bring to the table is what really attracted me. And I thought that, okay, this is something that even I want to do in my longer run career. So I ended up thinking that, okay, MBA is something that even I would want to do. Apart from the monetary benefits that it will provide to you in the longer run, I think the network and the structured problem solving and the kind of person that will become is something that even I am wanting to become. And I'm not the right person to comment on that right now, but I think that it turns out to be well. So I think, yeah, that's why MBA. And right after starting with my career, it was very difficult for me to parallelly balance between the job that I was working for and also wanting to pursue an MBA because it's a whole new different journey. And since all of you are students yourself would realize that how hectic it would get at times, especially for the students who are working in the full-time jobs as well. Because there are certain colleges, a lot of you would want to stay in India, a lot of would want to go outside. So there are certain colleges which would demand certain kinds of expertise, the kind of knowledge and the kind of problem solving that you bring to the table. So that is when you have to crack a particular exam. That particular exam will define that whether you are a particular fit or a perfect fit for a particular college or not.